Hi, I'm Miss Jenny at the Wooddale Public Library, and I wanted to show you how to make our make and take craft for today, which I found on the internet, and it is called a twirly gig. Now, if you've seen over on Wooddale Road in Irving Park, in that little park, those metal twirling things, those are called whirly gigs. And this one is just called a twirly gig. I kind of like it because you can just do it with one hand, or if you want, you can make it go really fast with two. And they go just crazy. I made two different ones. That one is kind of a rainbow one, and this one is red and blue. You can kind of see that it almost mixes the colors to make a little bit of purple, which is kind of fun. So the kits that we are going to have ready for you to take are the rainbow ones, but you can always cut your own strips of paper and try to combine a couple of colors and see if you can make a third color. So we're going to start off with all the things you need to make your own twirly gig. All right, so what you will need to make your own twirly gig are 8 strips of paper that you will find in your kit. Now you only need 1 skewer to add to that, and we're going to work with between 5 and 6 round circles. We're also going to give you some glue dots, and hopefully you will have your own glue stick at home that you can use. And the last thing you're going to need is some kind of fingernail clipper or heavy-duty scissors that Mom and Dad can use to help you out with one of the final steps. Okay, to get started, if you care which order your paper is going to go, you're going to want to kind of figure that out. And we're going to start with just 2 of the papers, 2 of the strips, and 1 circle. And we're going to take our regular glue stick and just put glue everywhere on that circle. And then take 2 of the strips and match them up like that. And then we're going to put a little more glue on those strips. Take 2 more strips and have them meet. So we sort of made a giant plus sign. And over that, we're going to make an X. So we're going to have to put a little more glue on all of those pieces of paper. And we'll put our last 4 strips of paper in here. And we need a little more glue there because these last 2 strips are going on those strips that we put on just before. And it kind of looks like a wagon wheel there in the center. And then we have to put glue on all of that. But make sure you don't go past where the circle is. And you want to have a good amount of glue here so that you can kind of see it so that it'll stick together. Now, in my particular one, I don't care if I have the same color circles. I kind of like it that they're all different colors. Now, the next part is a little bit tricky. We're going to be doing exactly the same thing, except they're already attached to something, so we're going to have to attach them to a circle kind of in the air. And we need to start with glue all over that circle. Make sure we get good contact. And we're going to try to do sort of the same thing. We're going to pull the ones that are across from each other up and keep that a little bit balanced. And then balancing it on your hand, put a little more glue so that when you pull up the 2 side ones, there's glue on those pieces of paper that are already there. And a little more glue on those. And start pulling up the other kind of crossways papers. And you know, whenever you're working with glue stick, you end up with a little bit of ticky-tacky on your fingers, but that's okay. We're already washing our hands a lot because of our current situation. We'll just wash our hands again and get rid of that sticky ticky-tacky stuff. And last piece of paper, whoops, right on top. You can usually slide them around a little bit to make things work. And last, we're going to put a whole bunch of glue, trying not to go past our circles. And then put, let's see, I've got teal and blue and pink, maybe an orange, right on top. And kind of turn it around and try to match your circles with the other circle. And here comes why we need the skewers. Now, Mom and Dad can get these skewers at a grocery store. They're usually out, especially in the summer, because people like to make kebabs with them. But they do have a very pointy point on them, so be very careful. What you're going to do is carefully poke a hole right through the paper all the way through. And we're going to keep going and poke another hole through the other paper. But because this is where the blunt edge is, we're going to wiggle the stick around a bit and try to make that hole just a tiny bit bigger so that your twirly gig can move. All right, last time we're going to poke it through that other circle. So, I don't know if you noticed, but it comes right off. So we have to try to make it not come off on you. What we're going to start with is having Mom or Dad take a pair of fingernail or toenail clippers and cut that sharp pointy bit off. And then you're going to take one of your glue dots, and they usually stick kind of to one side of the paper or the other. And we're going to put it right on top of that and try to get it to peel off the paper. Now, oh dear, we're going to try it again because sometimes that happens with the glue dots. If Mom or Dad have a hot glue gun, it's easier and better if you can put hot glue gun on this. It makes a little bit more of a permanent seal. Give me a second while I try to peel that glue dot off so that it stays. I don't know, Miss Meg, I don't know if this is gonna work. I'm gonna try one more time. Okay. We're gonna try this time just taking the glue dot off the plastic. Try not to handle it too much. Make sure your stick is through the hole, and use the glue dot to kind of keep it at the top. And then we're going to take a couple more glue dots and stick on the inside all around the stick, and another one on top. So we're going to try to peel them off the plastic and stick them on. Alrighty, so I'm going to go inside here and try to get that glue dot on one side of the stick and the paper, and then try for another one on the other side. Alrighty. And the less that you can handle the glue dots, the better off you are for them remaining sticky. But it's hard to do. And there we go. Kind of got it sticking pretty good. What we are going to do is put our last glue dot on top again, just for a little extra, and then we're going to glue another circle on top. So we're going to have used 5 circles altogether. So we're just going to put another one up there, kind of, to try to keep it on. And then since that is a pink circle. I'm going to just use another pink circle on top to kind of seal that whole stickiness together. If you use a hot glue gun, you don't need to do this extra circle business. But there we go. Now, honestly, best case scenario would be if you could let it sit for a little while and dry, but it's hard to wait to twirl your twirly gig. And there you have it, your very own twirly gig.